Okay, Algebra 2, we are here with the answers to the Chapter 2.1 through 2.5 test review. If you haven't already worked the problems from the PowerPoint that was uploaded into your files, then you'll need to stop watching the podcast and work those problems, and then come back to the podcast to see the answers. Now, not all the answers will be worked out for you here. They will just be given to you. If you have any questions at all, be sure to come and see your Algebra 2 teacher during ELO sometime this week before the test. As the day of the test, we will only have a few minutes to cover any additional problems that you have. So let's go ahead and just get started with the answers. For the problem number 1, the answer is yes, or A. For problem number 2, the answer is A. For problem number 3, the answer is D. For problem number 4, the answer is C. And right here we're going to stop and work it. So if you have got the answer correct, you can go on to the next slide. But if you didn't get the answer correct for this one, go ahead and watch as I work it for you. So we're going to start by giving ourselves the 2 points that we need. If the cleaning takes 3 hours with a bill of $84, that's our first point. And if the cleaning takes 5 hours, then the bill is $112. And those are the 2 points that we're going to use to solve this problem. So the first thing that we need to do is to find the slope, which is the hourly rate. So the slope, we're going to take y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is going to give us 28 over 2, which is 14. So the hourly rate is $14 per hour. So that choice gives us down to B or C. To find the flat fee, we need to find B, or the y-intercept. So to do that, I'm going to write my equation, y equals mx plus b. And I'm going to plug in what I know. I know the m, and I have an x and a y from one of my points. So I have 112 is equal to 14 times 5 plus the y-intercept, which I don't know. So when I work this problem, B is equal to 42, which is the flat fee, so B is $42. So our answer choice then is C. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next problem. Problem number 5 is the answer is C. Problem number 6, the answer is B. Problem number 7, the answer is B. Problem number 8, the answer choice is D. Problem number 9, the answer choice is C. For number 10, the answer choice is D. Again, I'm going to stop here and work this one out. If you did not get D for your answer choice, you'll want to go ahead and watch as I work through it. If you did get answer D for your answer, then go ahead and fast forward to the next problem. So for this one, the slope, remember, is the change in y over the change in x. So the change in y is up 6.25. And the change in x is up 10. So the change in y was 6.25. And put that over the change in x, which is 10. So our answer is 0.625 for the slope. Okay, the next answer is D. And again, I'm going to work this one for you. So if you got it right, go ahead and fast forward. If you didn't get it right, let's go ahead and go through this slowly so that you can see how this problem gets us D for the answer choice. Okay, so again, I have two pieces of information. So I have 2 points. I have a point that starts with a 5-minute call and costs 60 cents. And I have a point where I have a 15-minute call that costs $1.80. So the first thing we're going to have to do is to find the slope. So the slope is the change in y. So 1.80 minus 0.60 over the change in x, which is 15 minus 5. So our slope is 1.20 over 10, which gets us 0.12 for the slope. So that's the slope. But now I need to find out what the y-intercept is. So I'm going to plug that into my formula. Y equals mx plus b. Plug in what I know. This time I'm going to use this point right here. So y is 1.80 is equal to the slope, which is 0.12, times x, which is 15, plus b. So you can see that b is equal to 0, and therefore D was the correct answer choice. Okay, we're going to move on to problem number 12. And the correct answer choice for problem 12 is C. And the next problem, the correct answer choice is A. If you got A, you can go ahead and move on to the next one. If you didn't get A, let's slow down for a minute and see how we worked this. Okay. All right, so the first thing we always have to do is to find the slope. So the slope is the change in y, which is up 1, over the change in x, up 1, and then the change in x was up 2, so the slope is 1/2. So we're going to plug that into our equation. Y equals 1/2 x plus b. And we can use any of these points that we want to for x and y. So I'm going to use this point here. Okay, so y is 4 equals 1/2 x is -1 plus b. So B is equal to 4 1/2. So my equation is y equals 1/2 x plus, now here I'm going to change that 4 1/2 into 9 halves so that I can work with it, because none of my answer choices are in slope-intercept form. They're all in standard form. So I know I'm going to have to convert it by clearing the denominator. So if I can change that 4 1/2 into 9 halves, then I can easily clear my denominators by multiplying the whole equation by 2. And when I do that, I get 2y equals x plus 9. Now I have to move it into standard form by moving the x to the other side, so I have negative x plus 2y is equal to 9. But I can't lead with the negative, so I'm going to multiply this whole equation by -1. And I get x minus 2y equals -9. Which the answer choice is A. All right, we'll go to the next problem. For problem number 14, the answer choice is B. For problem number 15, the answer choice is C, is the correct answer. For problem number 16, the correct answer is C. Problem 17, the correct answer is D. For number 18, the correct answer choice is C. So this is one of the more difficult problems. If you didn't get C, then go ahead and watch as I work it. If you did get C, go ahead and fast forward to the next problem. All right, so this one says, write an equation of a line that passes through this point, -4, 5, and is perpendicular to this line. So what we need to do is find the slope. We always start by finding the slope, but this time we need to find the slope of a line that is perpendicular. So remember that I have to take this slope and use its opposite, so it's negative, reciprocal, which is 2 over 1, or just 2. So now I have a slope that I'm going to work with and a point that I'm going to work with. So I'm going to plug that into either y equals mx plus b or the point slope form. Since I haven't done the point slope form yet on this podcast, I'm going to go ahead and work that for you. So we have y minus y1, oops, I didn't pick up the pen, clicked, equals m parentheses x minus x1. All right, so I have y minus 5 is equal to my new slope, which was -2, parentheses x minus a -4. Add the opposite. So to simplify, I have y minus 5 equals -2x minus 8. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. And y is equal to -2x minus 3, which is answer choice C. All right, moving on to the next problem. The answer for problem number 19 is D. Again, this is one of the tougher ones, so I'll go ahead and work it. Okay, Alan wants to lose 2 pounds a week. That's going to be my slope. So my slope is going to lose 2 pounds, which is -2 each week. Okay? And then I'm given a point at week 4. He weighs 220 pounds. Okay, now I'll change out of this green color because sometimes that green is hard to read. And now we have to plug it in to write an equation. So I'm going to use y equals mx plus b. So 220 for the y from here equals the slope -2 from here times x, which is 4 from here, plus the unknown y-intercept, or starting weight for this problem. So if we go ahead and work that, b is equal to 228. So our equation is y equals the slope -2x plus the y-intercept, which is 228. So our answer choice is D. Okay, moving on. Number 20, the answer, because we are looking for the line that is parallel, the answer is D. And number 21, the answer choice that is correct is B. For number 22, the correct answer choice is B. If you got this one, terrific. Go ahead and fast forward to the next problem. If you didn't get this one, then go ahead and watch as I work it and copy this into your notes so that you can get it right on the test. So we're going to start by rewriting the equation over here so I have room to work. So 4x plus 2y equals 290. All right, I want this in slope-intercept form, which was, if you can remember, hopefully you do, let's change colors, to y equals mx plus b. So that's slope-intercept form, so I have to get the y all by itself. So I'm going to subtract the 4x from both sides. So I have 2y is equal to negative 4x, putting that x in the first spot, plus 290. But y isn't completely by itself yet, so we have to divide everything by 2. So y is equal to negative 2x plus 145. And so our answer choice is B. Moving on to number 23, the correct answer choice is A. For 24, whoops, change the screen. The answer choice for 24, whoops, was supposed to be D, but there's no letters on it, so we'll just circle this entire graph. And that was choice D. And the last question, which of the following situations is linear? The answer choice is A, because A has both variables, x and y, raised to the first power. So here we have a problem for D because x is being squared. C, y is being squared. And B, remember from Algebra 1 that when a variable is in the denominator, it's actually being raised to the negative 1 power, which then makes it a non-linear equation as well. So the correct answer choice then must be A. All right, that's the end of this podcast. Those are the problems that we felt like we wanted to make sure that you knew. If you have questions on any of the other problems, again, please see us during ELO time before your test date so that you make sure you get a great grade on the test. Good luck, and we will see you in class.